Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a boy. His name was Adil, and he was 20 years old. Adil's village was the kind of place where life didn't change much. Boys grew up watching their fathers work and slowly prepared themselves to live the same life. No complaints, no questions, just acceptance. Adil was no different. He woke up early, helped his family, sat with friends in the evenings, and listened to the same words every day. This is life. His friends dreamed small dreams. If only we could get a decent job. If only we could get married. If only we could earn respect in the village. Adil nodded along, listening quietly, but deep inside, something never felt right. His father worked as a laborer in the nearby town. Every night he returned tired, hands cracked, back bent, but his voice was always calm. One evening, Adil asked, "Father, is life always going to be like this?" His father looked at him, then looked away. "Thinking too much brings pain, son." Those words stayed with Adil. A few weeks later, news spread through the village that a company was hiring workers for a long-term project. Good money, hard work. Almost every young man applied. So did Adil. On the selection day, men stood in long lines under the sun. Sweat, silence, and hope filled the air. Then something happened. An old man collapsed in the line. People stepped back. Some looked away. No one wanted trouble. No one wanted to lose their place. Adil stepped forward. He helped the man, carried him to the shade, and called for water. The supervisor shouted, "Get back in line or leave." Adil hesitated. The line meant money. The job meant security. The village expected him to stay quiet. That was the moment. Adil chose the man. He stayed. The supervisor crossed his name off the list, just like that. That evening, Adil returned to the village empty-handed. People asked questions. "Why didn't you get selected? Why did you leave the line?" Some laughed. Some shook their heads. "He is crazy." His friends avoided him. "You wasted the chance." "Why did you try to be a hero?" Adil listened silently. That night, his father sat beside him. No anger, no lecture, just one sentence. "Today, you became a real human being, son." Weeks passed, money was tight, opportunities were few, but something had changed. Adil was no longer afraid of standing alone. Months later, the same company returned. This time, they asked for Adil. The old man he had helped was the owner's relative. They offered him a different role. More responsibility, more trust. The village was shocked. The same people who laughed now spoke his name with respect. But Adil understood something important. The moment that separates you from everyone else is not when you win. It's when you choose what is right, even when it costs you everything. Standing alone is painful, but losing yourself is worse. Adil didn't become famous. He didn't leave the village overnight. But from that day on, he was no longer part of the crowd. He had crossed the line, and that moment changed his life forever.